You said that ICE is doxing people. That's what you just said.
Yes.
How? I want you to grade this T-shirt. Scale from 1 to 10.
0.
0. They were giving it a 10 and 11 over there. So where's this disconnect? What's going on here?
Oh, we're not from here.
Where you guys?
That's why.
Where are you from?
Yeah.
Laguna Beach is a liberal city.
No, we're from
center
Orange
line.
County too. We're from Orange County too. Just
Yeah.
The way they're
A
treating
0?
people,
A
horrible.
0.
0 for both you two.
Well, we're together,
You guys are together.
but
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so
0.
why a 0?
Because I don't support them.
Yeah. Why is that? What's going on there?
Because the way they're treating people. You know, they're just taking whoever on the street. Do you know they get paid to pick up people?
Yeah. It's like police officers get paid to enforce the law.
Well,
That's different. They get a salary.
paid to
They
arrest
get
people.
paid per person. You know, I had a friend of mine, her cousin got taken, and he was wrong. He was wrong. In fact, he didn't renew his visa.
Yeah.
But he said, okay, deport me. They kept him there for 3-4 months. Would not deport him. For what? They're getting money. It has to be all about money. And that's a terrible thing.
Yeah. Who's making money? Who are you talking about exactly?
No, like whoever, the ICE or the detention centers, I don't know if they're all private or what.
No. Owned by the federal government.
Yeah. Well, the federal government, well, they're something else.
well,
Well, this is. I mean, you seem. You're from Orange County. Do you guys have friends that are conservatives or no?
yes.
Just,
Yeah.
I can tell by the way that you're talking. I mean, it's very
She's
respectful,
actually
of course.
usually pretty conservative.
Is she?
I'm the really liberal
You're
one.
the liberal one. What does your shirt say?
Radicalized by basic decency.
Okay, so you're the more liberal one. She's maybe a little bit more center. Maybe not center right. Maybe center left or something. You're more progressive.
Well,
Am I profiling this correctly?
I'm pretty liberal, yes.
I used to be more for the right, but now not anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
I'm on the other side.
Do you mind if I talk? If we unpack some of this, why? What's wrong with what you're seeing ICE is doing? When it comes to enforcing immigration laws, what is wrong about that?
What is wrong with that? Just taking people, wearing masks.
Well, that's their job.
Well,
That's their job, but the way they're doing it is not right. They're really abusing people. They're roughing people up, and they should be able to show their faces. If they're proud of what they're doing, they should show their faces.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are hiding them because of who they're involved when it comes to deporting, arresting. Also, people are looking to dice them and kill, dox them and kill them and their
just
families.
Just like a police officer, right? They don't wear a mask.
Yeah. Well, they're not under as much pressure right now. Like, there's literally assassins trying to murder ICE agents, and there's people trying to attack ICE agents in the street. You see it every single week.
And they shouldn't be doing that either.
Well, that's probably why they're protecting themselves. But really quick though, and I think this is an important thing that you brought up, and I'll let you jump in. In fact, interrupt me if you just want to jump in, okay?
no, I don't want to steamroll her.
She's doing great, isn't she? When it comes down to it, though, you're saying, okay, you don't like how they're doing it. Is there a pretty way to arrest
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
when they're resisting arrest? Is there a pretty way to do it?
Well,
Yeah, there
You-
really is an appropriate way to do it.
Please.
There's a humane way to do it.
Let's hear it.
Treat people like real people, like human beings.
Yes.
So when somebody breaks the law, and I'm not talking about just people crossing the border, I'm talking about any law here. You and I roll through a stop sign, or we rob a bank, or whatever.
Robert, you're not going to get arrested in a nice way if you rob a
So,
bank. I promise
no,
you that.
But I'm saying, but there are
Yeah.
ways that police have been trained to approach people so that they're treated with dignity. So the law is the law. We understand the law, but how they're executing the law is unnecessary.
Yeah. So
You
what's an
don't have
example
to-
of them
Okay,
not
so-
treating them with dignity
so-
in your view?
So
Just like maybe we could talk about specifics.
Okay, so if you're going to arrest somebody, you don't have to mask up to arrest somebody. You don't have to tackle them to the ground. You don't have to, when they're saying, wait, I'm a citizen, I've got papers with me, I have my birth certificate with me.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, and they just slam them down on the ground or push them down without going, oh, you have papers? Because I know that if I'm pulled over, if somebody comes to me, and I say, hey, here's my license, here's my papers, here's my birth certificate, I'm going to get treated with some dignity. I might still be arrested if I broke the law, but I'm going to get treated with some dignity. They are not just going to throw me in a van and take me away from my family or anything. They're going to do their due process. People think that due process is like oh well, you shouldn't have broke the law, and that was your due process when you knew you were breaking the law and you crossed the border illegally. Okay, that's breaking the law. But when you arrest somebody, you don't have to treat them like they are less than human and separate. And so let's talk about deportation.
Really
so
quick.
They deport
Really quick.
people.
Do you mind if I just touch on one thing? I mean, I would. I think there's probably examples
You
that you
can't
could
do something
provide
humanely?
that are. Well, hold on. I let you speak for a while there. I gotta address this one thing. I've seen people resisting arrest. I've seen people attacking federal officers. I've seen all sorts of things to where it escalates the situation, whether, it doesn't matter what side, and then there's
Force is met
tackling
with
people on the
force.
ground. Yeah, you have force met with force. An arrest doesn't look very pretty. In fact, oftentimes an arrest doesn't look very pretty. So you get a lot of videos like that, but you also see a lot of videos where they are being arrested peacefully. They are being detained. They're not throwing,
You do
it's not some
see a
heated
lot of
situation.
ICE. You do not see a lot of ICE detaining people peacefully.
But let's get. Of course you do. Of course
No.
you do. Yeah.
No.
You see what you're looking for. You know what I mean? So you might be at like a protest and there's a clash between federal agents and people where somebody that's getting arrested is an American citizen. Well, they're getting arrested because they're
How come
obstructing
this is the only
an official
law- how come this
an
is
official
the only
process.
law where they're going masked and being kidnapped
Yeah.
and deported to countries they didn't even
Yeah,
come
because
from.
people are trying to murder them and dox them and their families.
Not
That's why.
all of
That's
them,
why
no.
they hide their protection,
No,
their
not
faces,
all of them.
and not all of them hide their faces.
And also, not everybody crossing the border is here to cause harm.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there is a massive national effort to dox ICE agents, their families. You've also seen multiple assassination
mass-
attempts at ICE facilities. So
There's
the
a
fact that they're
mass-
wearing masks to
mass
protect
is-
their identities is not that surprising, is it?
ICE is an entity that's going around doxing people. So the fact that they're being targeted back doesn't surprise me. Do I think it's right? No. I don't think there should be
Doxing people?
targeting. I don't think there should be any targeting back and forth at all.
How are they doxing people? What do you mean?
When you said doxing people, when you said people were trying to dox ICE, you said that.
You said that ICE is doxing people. That's what you just said.
Yes.
How? Do we have an answer for that or no?
I don't know what you meant by doxing. I thought you meant targeting, like taking somebody out.
Okay, so we can clarify our wording then to prevent
You're
confusion.
using a word I didn't know. I assumed it meant.
Okay, no problem at all. Okay, so now I'm glad we clarified this. Doxing meaning releasing personal information, your cell phone number, your address, your all this stuff about it.
ICE does that. ICE does that to people, to immigrants. They go and find them in their homes and pull them out.
Yeah, they don't release American
They go
citizens'
look
personal
up people's,
information.
Yes, they do. They go look up people's information.
Well, that's
They
their
don't have
job.
to release it because they already have it.
This is their job.
Look, you have two
That's
entities.
not doxing. That is not doxing. All right, we can move back past the doxing.
I think people should be treated like human beings.
Yeah.
And not like animals or
Yeah.
inferior people.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Well, I disagree that
I'm
they're
done.
doing that. I disagree, and I think the act of enforcing immigration law is super important. There's not a single benefit to the American people.
Right and humanely, and that's not the way to do it.
And what is it though? We got to hear what it is.
I'm leaving.
Last note, ma'am.
Guys, that's my last.
All righty. Have a good one. They're doing a very important job in saving countless lives. Yes, they are, ma'am. Yes, they are.